from one of the loudest venues in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Kansas City Chiefs. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
He'll buy some time right. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Locke. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. This is Love. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Locke to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Throwing now is Locke. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Love. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Bryce Love with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Panthers 7, Chiefs nothing. Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And it's 3rd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Flush to his right. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. That's taken it around the 40. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. On play action, Locke. They'll roll him out right. He'll run it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Locke now going to hang on to it. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
On 2nd down, Love. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
3rd down.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. for a Panther touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Chiefs, nothing.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit. 14-0 the score as they regroup with first. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Lock now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Love. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
2nd and 4 at the 14-yard line.
From the gun, it's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On third down, here's Love. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second.
2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run with McFarland, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Anthony McFarland, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Panthers 21, Chiefs nothing. Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's got it to James White. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
First down, here's White. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Got a man open, it's Tyler Higbee. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
Here we go.
To throw is Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to first and 10. Here's Dobbins. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
The tackle made back at the 25-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He completes it right side to White. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
First down and goal to go.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the Panthers' 2-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll run. This is White. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Makes the score Panthers 21, Chiefs 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can all...
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
8 yards. It's 2nd down.
So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
The Super Bowl champs trailing here, but they will get the ball first to begin quarter number 3. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 23-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo on the left side. A catch by White. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one, a first down pickup of it.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
No, I can't go and roll. Sometimes I need a check. Not just sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change your name. How about your respect?
Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Dobbins, the ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
The ball carrier.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the 44, Garoppolo. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On first down, Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Yeah, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing on second down, Garoppolo. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
A third quarter action from Kansas City. Second down and 10. To throw again. Locke. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He can
throw it across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Throwing again on second down. Locke. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. Paris Campbell with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6. Now Zerline on and the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Panthers 28, Chiefs 7. Greg Zerline set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Garoppolo. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Garoppolo now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Running to start the drive is Love. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Thanks to Frank Clark, that play was doomed from the start. What a job defensively.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Campbell making the catch. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Locke. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jamie Collins in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
2nd down.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From midfield, here's Locke. Catch made here by Campbell. Touchdown, Carolina. Paris Campbell, 50 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo, open man, Higbee, the tight end. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
The 35-yard line.
Garoppolo again. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 29-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way.
And I think the ball's out. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Over 1st and 10 at the 10-yard.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 4 at the 5-yard.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Panthers 35.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Paris Campbell, 44 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Cordero Patterson on the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And now Garoppolo lost the football. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The pass complete to Hakeem Butler. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st down, Panthers.
A lot going to throw it here. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And now it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Lock. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. He was trying to get that to Bryce Love out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Play action. Now it's Lock. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Carolina, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.